All right, here we go. Thank you, guys. Grand Rising. Hope everybody's having a blessed morning. I know I am, and I know I'm excited to be here, and each and every single one of you. Let's see. Awesome. Let's go in those group chats, guys. Let's let everybody know one last time that Mornings with Nano is live. Great call coming up. Second call of the month, February 2nd. So let's go in there. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 zones that lead to success, right? And this is a very important training for you guys to learn and also to teach, okay? So we're going to be talking about the 5 zones that lead to success, okay? Especially in this month, this month for me is, a month of preparation for each and every single one of you guys. So I want to make sure that you guys get the word out to everybody. Spread it. All right. I'm just sending out one last quick message before I get it up and started and going. So if you guys could just do the same, just do a quick message in your chats, let everybody know it is live. No one can miss it. It's going to be a great call, and I'm just really looking forward to it. But Grand Rising family, it is 2/2/22, so it's a great day to manifest. It's a great day to, put yourself in a good vibration of just what it is that you want. Let's look up what 2/2/2 even means, right? 2/2/2 meaning 4 twos. Let's look up the meaning of 2/2/2. 4 twos is a representation of harmony and serenity. The angels are trying to tell you that you must achieve some sort of equilibrium in your life. The angelic number is a good sign of good things coming for you. It's a sign that you're about to enter a period of peace and stability. Period. Let's go. Peace and stability. All right. And that's amazing. And that's what it's all about, right? In order for us to attract what we really want, we have to be in a state of peace. We need to be in a state of harmony, of guidance, of alignment. And we thank God so much for allowing us to wake up on this beautiful Wednesday morning, February 2nd of 2022. So I'm excited. I'm blessed. Two is one of my favorite numbers as well. So I'm glad that, every single one of us are in great alignment. Everybody's growing, everybody's elevating, and that's what it's all about. Before we get into everything, I want everybody to just type down what's one thing that you guys are grateful for this morning. Type it in the chat box. What is one thing you guys are grateful for in the chat? I'm going live on IG for us right now, and then we're going to be getting started. So, what is one thing that you are grateful for today? Type it in the chat. 5 zones that lead to success. All right, great. So I know I'm grateful for God, absolutely grateful for my health, grateful for my mom, my dad, my little brother, my goddaughter, Dariana. I'm extremely grateful for my team, the whole leadership dynasty. I'm extremely grateful for my friends, people I grew up with, grateful for the whole Mornings with Nano community. I'm grateful for Katie. I'm grateful for Jasmine. I'm grateful for Jen, my brother KD. Grateful for Natalia, grateful for Hazel, grateful for my phone that allows me to, run a full-time business from it. I'm grateful for YouTube for allowing me to do mornings with Nano on it. Extremely grateful for every single one of you that are on this call, and all the success and all the growth that all of you guys are having. I'm happy for all of you. I know that all of you are truly working hard to become better versions of yourselves, and that's what it's all about. Let this month be the month where you truly do things that make you uncomfortable. Let this be the month that you elevate yourself to a new level, because I know for some of us, the month of January was a warm-up month. Let this be the month now that you take it up a notch. Let this be the month now that you step out of your zone and you put yourself in a position to elevate to new levels. And what I'm going to be talking about today are those zones right there. These zones, when I remember when I first learned this training, it helped me understand, okay, why I am the way that I am and the process of getting to, where I was, and, it helped me understand a lot because, there's certain zones that you must go through in success. Okay. And once you go through some of these zones, all right, you're gonna have to break it all down. Okay, you have to understand, all right, once you get out of this zone, what's the next zone? Once you get out of that zone, what's the next zone? And eventually you'll get into enough of these zones that you'll get to the zone where you'll fully be, comfortable where you're at, and you'll be happy where you're at. But it takes a certain amount of people to make it through these zones. All right, guys. So let's get this call up and started. Today's call is going to be about the 5 zones that lead to success. And I want you to do your best in the month of February to attack these zones. Okay. I want you to attack these zones, but understand that, I want you guys to really dedicate yourself to going into these zones, but also attacking them and teaching your people how to go through them, because this is the most important ones. And this stuff is so key. And I'm sure some of you guys have maybe heard this training before, but it's a good training to be, reminded of, because of the amount of success that you guys are going to be able to see from following and going into these zones. So let's go into it. The 5 zones that lead to success. All right. Number 1, okay, is the comfort zone. Okay. Number 1 is the comfort zone. Okay. Understand that this is where most people live and die. Okay. This is the zone where you're doing the same things that you've always been doing. Nothing grows in this zone. Okay. You have the same habits, you have the same thoughts, the same feelings, and the same comfortable results. It is said that if you're not growing, you're what, guys? Type it in the chat box. If you're not growing, you are dying. Okay. There's literally a saying that says that, right? Because think about it. If we're not growing ourselves on a day-to-day basis, then what are we doing? We're getting closer to dying. We're staying the same. Okay. And I know you guys hear me talk about this. This is probably something that I talk about day to day, but I remember I had to hear it so many times before I actually started to step out that comfort zone. Okay. It's such a simple, concept. Hey, yo, just step out of your comfort zone. It sounds so easy to do. Okay. Sounds so easy to do, right? Hey, just step out of your comfort zone. But it's so hard for some people. It is so hard for some people because remember, what's easy to do is also easy not to do. So, yes, it's easy to get uncomfortable, but it's also hard to get uncomfortable. Okay. Because you can choose not to do it. Okay. And remember, you don't want to be somebody, all right, that has the same habits, the same thoughts, the same feelings, and the same comfortable results. You don't want to be that person. You should, I'll be honest with you. All right. I want you to type a 1 in the chat box if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Put a 1 in the chat box if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Put that 1 in that chat box, right? And I've gotten to that point where I was sick and tired of thinking the same way. I was sick and tired of, taking the same actions. I was sick and tired of having the same results. I was literally sick and tired of having the same exact results. I was tired of thinking the same. I was tired of feeling the same. I was tired of the same results. I was tired. I was sick and tired. Okay. And what I understood was that I wasn't stepping out of my comfort zone. You see, your comfort zone, think of your comfort zone like a box. Okay. I literally have a whole training on your comfort zone. I could run a whole training on the zone, but I'm going to just keep it short and simple because we have some other zones we have to attack. But think of your comfort zone as this box right here. Think of this journal right here as your comfort zone, okay? Right here in your comfort zone, this is when you have thoughts that are the same, you have feelings, you have results, and everything is the same here. Now, nothing grows in here. Okay, they say that insanity, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. That's what insanity is. Okay, you do the same things every day, you stay in here every single day, but you expecting a different result, and it will never happen that way. Okay, so one of the biggest lessons that I ever gave myself as a leader in this business, I want you guys to listen to this. I could literally end the call right after this. And if you guys go and do this for the rest of the year, you will be extremely successful. I sat down and I put a list of, I bought one of those big Post-it notes that you could paste on your wall, that you could just stick to your wall. And on that note, I put on the top, list of things that make me uncomfortable. List of things that make me uncomfortable. That's what I wrote at the top of the thing. I said, okay, these are the things that make me uncomfortable. And when I made this list, I was broke. Like, I'm telling you guys, I was so broke when I wrote this list. I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired when I wrote this list. I was tired of the same results I was getting. I didn't feel like I was growing. I feel like I would make a little bit of movement forward, but then I would make movement backwards. And then I did a list of things. All right, things that make Nano uncomfortable. Great. And I started to list them out. Reading makes me uncomfortable. Speaking in front of the camera makes me uncomfortable. Doing videos makes me uncomfortable. Meditating makes me uncomfortable. Talking to people about my business makes me uncomfortable. Asking for help makes me uncomfortable. Waking up early makes me uncomfortable. All of these things, I made a list. I can't remember the exact number, but I think I had about 13 to 15 things that made me uncomfortable. And what I noticed was that all of the things that I put on that list, I wasn't even really doing it. I wasn't reading. I wasn't putting my face in front of the camera. I wasn't talking to people about my business. I wasn't asking for help. I wasn't doing any of these things. And I said, you know what? Maybe if I start doing these things every single day, maybe this is what's holding me back right here. They say that if I stay in my comfort zone, you see, because when I came into this, right, I would hear all these quotes, and the quote that I just told you guys, hey, if you're not growing, you're dying. If you're in your comfort zone, nothing grows in your comfort zone. And I would hear these things, and I would hear these quotes, and they would sound cool to me. They're like, yo, sounds cool. But it's one thing to hear the quote, and then there's another thing to actually apply it. It's actually another thing to actually sit there and be like, wait, yo, like, let me actually do my best to do things that make me uncomfortable. And then I sat there and I was like, okay, speaking in front of the camera makes me uncomfortable. All right, perfect. I started putting myself in front of the camera. Boom. Reading used to make me uncomfortable. Great. I started reading every day. Waking up early used to make me uncomfortable. I started waking up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning. All right. Talking to people about my business made me uncomfortable. I did something called the 3 feet rule. Anyone who came within 3 feet of me, I had to tell them about my business. Right. Asking for help made me uncomfortable. I picked 2 to 3 people that I would ask for help when it came to my business. Like, when I tell you guys that I sat there and I did all of the things one by one that made me uncomfortable, I started to do it, and my income literally quadrupled. It went 5x, 6x from that moment right there. From me just doing things that made me uncomfortable, my income was multiplied by 5. Just like that. I was stuck at that income for months. But the moment I started to do the things that made me uncomfortable, everything changed for me. So you have to understand, guys, you don't need no secret sauce. Some people always tell me, no, what's the secret sauce, bro? How can I get uncomfortable? Honestly, bro, just do the things that make you uncomfortable. And that's probably all you're missing to get to the next level. Some of you guys are just missing that right there. Is to get uncomfortable. That's all you're missing to get to the next level. You've just been in here in this box for too long. And remember, in this comfort zone, you live and you die. Most people live and they die. That's why they say what? The richest place in the world is the graveyard. Why? Because people live and die with their dreams. All dreams, all aspirations, all goals that they ever had, they took them with them because they never got uncomfortable. And you know what? If you don't get uncomfortable this year, you will repeat 2021 and 2022 if you don't get uncomfortable this year. For me, I'm looking for things that make me uncomfortable because I've already done a lot of the things that make me uncomfortable. One of the things that makes me uncomfortable is doing my trainings in Spanish. Right? That makes me uncomfortable now. So what am I doing? I actually have Sati creating some trainings for me in Spanish because we're going to start doing Spanish presentations. We're going to start doing Spanish trainings, things that make me uncomfortable. Speaking in Spanish, doing not go lives, doing live IG lives in Spanish. Like, that's one of the things that makes me uncomfortable. So I need to start finding ways to get uncomfortable. I need to look for things now because I'm like, man, reading, I already do this. Speaking in front of the camera, I already do this. Okay. I do all of these things already. So it's like those things became normal to me already. I'm comfortable doing those things already. I need to now go out there and find things that make me uncomfortable. That's what I need to do now. Okay. And in your comfort zone, like I said, nothing grows. But when you step out of the comfort zone, when you come out here, when you're out here outside of the comfort zone, you know what they call this place? They call this place the field of infinite possibilities. Okay. This is the field of infinite possibilities. All right. When you're outside, that's when you finally figure out who you are, what you can become, what you can actually do. And the beautiful thing about it, when you step out the comfort zone, you find other people that are also being uncomfortable. You're like, yo, you're being uncomfortable too, bro? Let's go. You got to understand, fam. This is so valuable. I wouldn't be at where I'm at today if I stayed in my comfort zone. You know how uncomfortable it was for me to wake up every morning, go to the park, cut all my friends off. You know how uncomfortable that was? You know how uncomfortable it was for me to build a business right from the comfort of my bed? I hit 6 figures from my bed in Washington Heights. From my bed. But I had to get uncomfortable. It's so important that you guys understand that. OG Mornings with Nano people know that I had my mom in the background cleaning in her bata on, mopping while we was on Mornings with Nano. If you know, you know. If you were on those days, you know. Bro, we've been there before. We've been there before. But you know what I'm saying? We was uncomfortable. We was uncomfortable. Somebody said, I remember those days. Some people know, right? So the first zone is the comfort zone. You got to break out of that, guys. I'm telling you. Think about it. That's the first zone. So if you don't even step out of that zone, you can't even reach the 4 other zones. Think about that. If you don't even step out the comfort zone, you can't even step into the other zones that I'm going to be talking about. Because after you step out the comfort zone, the second zone is the fear zone. The second zone is the fear zone. Okay. Understand, guys. Now, when you step into the fear zone, this is the unknown. You've never woke up early like this. You've never read these many books. You've never put your face on camera the way that you're putting your face on camera now. You've never asked for help the way you started to ask for help. You've never done these things. So you can do these things with that fear, like, yo, is this really going to work out for me? Okay. Understand this, guys. You have to do things you've never done to get things you've never had. Okay. And when you do these things, there's going to be a lot of uncertainty. You're going to be uncertain, like, yo, is this really going to work for me? All right. But remember, fear, FEAR, stands for false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. Or face everything and rise. You got to pick and choose which one you want it to be. All right. Because understand, what is it that you're really afraid of? You fear failure, fear criticism from your friends and family. That's what you're afraid of. What are you really afraid of? You're afraid of judgment. We talked about this yesterday, guys. What, your fear of failure, your fear of judgment, fear of criticism, fear that you're going to fail. Remember, guys, when you lose, you actually win. So what are you scared of failure for? If when you lose, you actually win. You're scared of what your friends and family have to say. How many times have you heard that your friends and family are not going to support you until strangers start to celebrate you? So what does it matter if they don't support you? Will you fear that somebody's going to judge you because you ask for help? What? Bro, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to ask for help. You're new to this business. You're new to this industry. You're supposed to ask for help. Always remember that. Don't ever allow yourself to feel bad because you're doing things that you have fear of. What, you're scared that somebody's going to make fun of you because you put your face on camera? Throw a filter on. Do something, but don't stop yourself from putting your face on the camera. Let people hear your voice. I hear sometimes so many people like, oh, I don't look good. I sound weird. This, blah, 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 blah. Bro, just put yourself out there. Let everybody hear your business. Let everybody see you. Let everybody hear your excitement in your business. Embrace yourself. Accept yourself. Do your first reel. Do your first video. I wish you guys could see my first video. You guys would be like, there's no way, Nano, that's you. There's no way that's you, bro. Okay. Remember, guys, you can't become addicted to the approval of other people. That's an addiction. You see, the same way people are addicted to other things in life, you can be addicted to the approval of other people. It happens all the time. You know how many people I know that are addicted to the approval of other people? They're addicted to get approved by their friends and their family. They're addicted to get approved by their significant other. They're addicted to get approved by their people that follow them on Instagram. Bro, I don't care if nobody approves me. I run with those that love me for who I am. If you don't, then I get it. It's okay. I still love you and I still appreciate you. But I'm not going to stop doing what I'm supposed to be doing, all right, because somebody doesn't agree with what I say, because somebody doesn't believe in my business. You know how scared I used to be to talk about my business on Instagram? You know how scared it used to make me to even mention that I did network marketing? I used to be terrified to tell people that I did network marketing. It was like almost like if what I did was a bad thing. That's how I used to think. Like I used to be like, damn, people are really gonna think that I'm doing something bad. And then I said, you know what? Forget that, bro. I'm a professional network marketer. I need to tell people who I really am. If they're not gonna accept me for who I really am, then how am I ever gonna become who I say I'm gonna become? If they don't accept me for who I really am, then how am I gonna become who I say I'm gonna become? How does that make any sense? You're scared about other people accepting you. So how are you ever going to become that person that you said you're going to become? It doesn't make any sense. You have to accept that. When people ask you, what do you do? I'm a professional network marketer. I'm a trader. I sell products. Whatever it is that you do, accept that. Accept that. I love that, Julie. She said it. Look, she said making reels used to be so hard for me to do. It used to make me so uncomfortable, but now I do them every day. And I'm pretty sure that her business has been growing. I'm pretty sure her engagement has been growing. Why? Because she's been getting uncomfortable. And she doesn't start to see the results now. The results for what she's doing now is going to start to show up February, March, and April. And look, remember this. Fears are not only installed by you, fears are installed by those around you. Because you see, the moment you step out your comfort zone, right? You got to think about it. It's like that. It's like that. It's like the crabs in the bucket, right? The moment one tries to escape, there's one trying to pull you back in. Like, bro, where you going? You got to stay right here with us. This is where you got to stay. Well, you're gonna go get uncomfortable? What? You're putting your face on Instagram now? What is that all about? You're not really gonna go to that event, right? Nah, you can't do that. There's no way you can do that. I don't think you should go to that trip. You're going to waste your money going over there. You just let other people install their fears onto you. There's no way you can make six figures doing what you're doing. They're installing their fears onto you. Yo, you have to sell to make money? What? Like, go do something else. They're installing their fears onto you. I remember people used to be like mad that I was like selling something. Like, I'm like, so what am I supposed to do? It's a business. It's called network marketing. Okay. Network marketing means that I am marketing a product to a network of people. All right. You see, Fashion Nova is network marketing. Okay. In Fashion Nova, guess what? They market a product to a network of people. What is Fashion Nova's product, guys? Can anybody tell me in the chat box? What is Fashion Nova's product? Can anybody tell me? Right? Anybody tell me? Clothing, clothes, streetwear. Okay. And right? So they market that product to a network of people, which is us. And then who are the distributors? Can anybody tell me who are the distributors of Fashion Nova? Okay. Who are the distributors of Fashion Nova? Celebrities, IG models, entertainers, so on and so forth. It's the same thing in this business. You guys understand that, right? My business is the same thing, right? I am marketing a product. The difference between me and Fashion Nova is that Fashion Nova's product is clothes. My product is financial education. That's the difference. We are marketing this product to a network of people. Okay, with Monat, right? Monat, their product is shampoo, skincare, protein, health and wellness. They market that product to a network of people. Same thing with Herbalife. Okay, they have the health and wellness stuff, the protein shakes, the teas, the whole nine. Okay, they market that product to a network of people. Okay, everywhere you go, There's always somebody marketing a product to a network of people. And then they come up to you and they'll be like, bro, I don't want to sell nothing. What? What do you mean? Bro, you're being sold everywhere you go. You guys got sold to jump on Mornings with Nano today. You guys were sold on getting on Mornings with Nano. You ever went up to somebody and said, yo, you gotta jump on Mornings with Nano. This call is so dope. Type of one in the chat box if you ever sold somebody on getting on Mornings with Nano, right? Have you ever been sold to get on Mornings with Nano? Right? Were you sold to get on Mornings with Nano, right? Some of you guys were sold. Somebody told you, yo, you gotta jump on this call. You can't miss it. It's a great call. You were sold. You were sold. If you sell, like, think about it, you're always selling everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, you are always making a sale. If you convince, like, I remember, if you convince your little brother or your girlfriend to go get you something to drink, that's a sale. You convince them to go and get you that drink. Yo, bro, please give me a cup of water, my brother. I really appreciate you. And they bring you that cup of water. You just sold them on that. You sold them on the idea to bring you a cup of water. Same thing. Yo, you're always selling. You're always selling at all times, everywhere you go. Don't ever let anybody tell you. Don't ever fear anything when somebody tells you, yo, you're in this business and all you do is you're selling. Bro, you're always selling. Always selling. You were sold to wake up early. Somebody sold you on that idea. I sold you on the idea to buy this book. Some of you guys bought this book right here. I sold you on that idea. Yo, you got to buy this book. It's a great book, blah, 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 blah. And you went and bought it. You got sold. And then you go and recommend it to somebody else. You got sold. You tell somebody, hey, bro, yo, you got to watch Squid Games. You got to watch this show on Netflix. They go watch it. You've been sold. You got sold on that idea. You got to remember this stuff. Don't ever let anybody tell you that because you are in a business where you have to market a product that is bad to sell. That is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my whole entire life. People are so ignorant nowadays. So ignorant. It blows my mind how ignorant sometimes people are. I'm like, bro, you have no idea what you're talking about. Like, if I told you how much of an idiot you sound like right now, like, you won't even believe me if I told you right now. Like, you just need to stop talking, for real, for real. I have to tell people that sometimes because they literally try to sit here and tell me these things, and I'm like, bro, oh my God, man. And I'm sorry I came off a little aggressive, but it's true, bro. Some people are just so ignorant to the fact that everywhere in this business, everything that we do, we always selling at all times. It's either think about it, bro. People are being sold to get the vaccine. People are getting sold on that. That's something you get sold on. You got sold on that. You got to understand this stuff. Like, everybody's being sold at all times. On the news, you're always being sold. Always. Everybody's being sold on something. You're either selling or you're being sold to something. You got to understand this stuff. Okay? So that's number 2, the fear zone. The fear zone is very, very, very important. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, the next zone is the learning zone. Okay, the learning zone. All right, when you step out of your comfort zone enough, you'll start to live outside of that comfort zone. And guess what? That is going to be the key to your success, because now you're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn so much. Because remember, since you're going through things that you've never done before, you're going to learn a lot more. Think about it, guys. Even you waking up and getting on Mornings with Nano, if you're somebody, for example, that you're not an early bird and now you're waking up early. Like, I know people on this call right now that are calling in from California. Put a 1 in the chat box if you're calling in from California and you're one of those early risers, 6 a.m. right now. You're in Cali right now, and you're the early birds right now, calling in from the West Coast. Let's see how many people we got out on the West Coast, right? Look at that. Look how many people we have out on the West Coast that are not making no excuses. Us on the East Coast, we got it good. 9 a.m. Woo! We got it good. Look at all these people dropping ones right now. Look at this. Look at this. They up 6 a.m. Vegas, baby. Oregon, baby. Let's go. Shout out to the AZ familia, right? Cali repping. Okay. That's uncomfortable. Trust me, it is uncomfortable. No excuses. Some of us are complaining about having to be up at 9 a.m. In Cali, my people up at 6 a.m. No excuses. That's tough. That's tough. Trust me, because every time I'm in Cali and I got to be up at 6 a.m., I'm like, yo, oof. It's not easy. And remember, I lived in California. I lived in Arizona for 6 months. So when I was living in Arizona, I had to do mornings with Nano every day at 6 a.m. Rain or shine, doesn't matter. It was tough. Okay. So look at that, guys. People are getting uncomfortable on these calls right now. But guess what? Because they're getting uncomfortable now, they've gotten into the learning zone. They jump on these calls, okay, and they're learning. All right. They're learning. Everything is starting to make sense. They're starting to see a new perspective. Just with what I talked about selling, that's a change of perspective for some people. I remember when somebody told me that for the first time. I'm like, bro, when you put it like that, that actually does make a lot of sense. Like, and sure, I am always selling. Like, I shouldn't feel bad to share my business when everybody's always selling every single day. Every single day, people are selling every day, all day, every day. That's what happens all day, every single day. Okay, so you start to see these new perspectives. Okay, everything starts to make sense. You start to actually love the process because now, instead of you being the person that didn't read and meditate and journal, now you're reading, you're meditating, and you're journaling. Okay, now you're actually putting yourself on camera. You're actually seeing like, yo, damn, because I put myself on camera, okay, I have prospects hitting me up about my business now. Because I asked for help, my mentor gave me, ideas and a book that I can read that can help me take myself to the next level. Because I'm starting to do these things, you're actually starting to learn a lot. You're starting to learn a lot about everything. Bro, I literally sit here at home and I have so many books that I've already been recommended. The moment somebody recommends me a book, I automatically buy it. Look, there's a bunch of books here, I have a bunch of other books right there, but I have a bunch of books everywhere next to me. Books are everything to me. Somebody tells me, Nano, this book, you got to read it. I always take it as God is communicating with me that I need to read that book this year. So I'm going to buy it right now. Every time somebody tells me, Nano, you got to read this, I always read it. I always go and buy it. No excuses. I always get it. I have real racks, but racks of books. Racks of money. Racks of money is a reflection of the racks of books that I've read. That's what it takes, fam. I hated reading. I never read a book. I think I read maybe 1 or 2 books my whole school career. But guess what? Ever since I graduated and ever since I started this journey, I've read over 60 books. I can't stop reading. Jim Rohn says it. The successful people can't stop reading because they're just curious to know more, know more, know more, know more. That's what it is. I just want to know more. I want to know what's next. I want to know more. I'm hungry for the information. I honestly think that it's mind-blowing that people don't read. I honestly think in my heart, now that I know what I know and me knowing that I spent years without reading, yo, my kids are going to be reading from the moment that they can read, they're going to be reading. No excuses. You want to use your iPad, you want to play video games, you got to read, you got to meditate, and you got to write your goals down. From the moment my kids are even conscious enough to do any of this stuff, they're going to be doing this stuff. My kids are going to know multiple different languages. Like I'm talking about at least 3 or 4 languages. They're gonna know English and Spanish by heart. That's easy, but I probably want them to learn at least Portuguese or French or even Mandarin, something. I'm gonna get my kids to learn this early bird. They're gonna be falling asleep to high frequency music, bro. From the belly, my kids are gonna be listening to Kevin Trudeau and frequency music. Like literally, like I'm talking about the best of the best information. You will not see my kids on an iPad all day. No shot. They will be reading, they will be outside playing how I grew up, active. They'll be a part of every sports program, everything. If I can even have a way to have the dolphin where you can actually be born in the water with the dolphin. I don't know if you guys know about that stuff, but big homie stuff. If I could do that, I do it. I can get somebody to do that for me. Everything, anything possible. Because when kids are born, you got to understand when kids are born, their subconscious mind is completely open. They don't know any better. They don't know any better. So I'm going to teach everything possible. The learning zone. There's going to be, yeah, dolphin assisted birthing used to be done in Hawaii. Yeah, I heard about it. It's crazy. But, right, you got to get to that learning zone, fam. That zone is everything. That zone right there is everything. And the fact some of you guys are here. You guys are in that learning zone. You guys are in that zone where you're educating yourself, you're reading more, you're jumping on these calls, you're doing the audios. Make sure that you guys are watching these things with intention, because remember, there's a lot of people that are learning, but they don't learn with intention. Like, Nano, what does that mean? What do you mean learn with intention? Well, let's talk about it. Okay, if me and you both jump on a call, let's just say person A, all right, jumps on the call, they're distracted, they're on Instagram, they're checking what's going on, who posted, they're checking their emails while listening to Mornings with Nano all at the same time. That's person A. Person B, all right, has sat down in front of his laptop. He has his phone to the side, face down. He has his pen and paper, white paper, blue ink. He's taking notes and he's listening to everything. He's asking himself questions. He's taking every note possible for the 45 minutes to an hour that we're on this call. He's doing that. Who do you think is going to have more value? Who do you think did the call with more intention? Person A or person B? Okay, person B. How think about it. How are you going to get more value from somebody said, I don't know. Bro, it's obvious. Person A is distracted, watching Instagram, listening to this, doing that while Mornings with Nano is on. Or person B is locked in, no distractions, phone to the side, just me, present moment. If some of you guys were to just do that more, just be more present during your trainings, your life will be a whole lot different. Your businesses will grow a lot more. Some of us, the reasons why we're not growing is because we're jumping on these trainings. We're learning all of these things with no intention. There's no intention. You guys are jumping on these calls with your cameras off, no notebook and pencil and pen, taking no notes, distracted, checking your Instagram in the middle of a training. You're distracted, bro. It's not gonna work like this. It'll never work. You really think you're being productive. You jumped on Mornings with Nano, but majority of it, first off, you didn't take any notes. Second off, you were distracted on Instagram, but you expect to get something from these calls? There's no way. You watched it with no intention. So if you're doing that, make sure that you are doing it. Be present right here. It's just me and you. It should literally feel like it's just me and you having a conversation when you jump on Mornings with Nano. There can't be a phone call, a text message, an Instagram notification, or anything that can stop you from listening to what the message is right here. You got to understand this stuff. You can't be laying in bed listening to this either. You got to be up out of the bed. Remember, your mind is programmed, okay, that when you're in bed is to sleep. So you got to get into a desk and sit down. Lock in. It's only 45 minutes. 45 minutes to an hour max. Okay. The learning zone is very key. All right. That's number 3. Number 4 is the growth zone. Remember, you go from the comfort zone. All right. You're in that comfort zone. Then you get out of it. When you step out the comfort zone, you're in that fear zone because that's the unknown. You've never been there before. You stay in the fear zone long enough and you get good enough at it. Then you start to learn, which you go into the learning zone. Boom, 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 boom. And then now you're in the growth zone. Now you're growing. You've hit your breakthrough. You found your purpose. You have a clear vision. Everything makes sense. You're ready for anything and everything. Nothing phases you. You can handle absolutely any obstacle that is put in your life. You're growing each and every single day. You're getting what you want. Life is magical. Thank you, God. Everything is working in your favor now. So the growth zone is very important. But it takes time to get there. Some of you guys, if you haven't had a breakthrough, that means you're not yet in the growth zone. Maybe you're still in that learning zone. Maybe some of you guys are in the fear zone. Maybe some of you guys are still in zone number 1, the comfort zone. You should ask yourself, yo, it's a whole month has passed. What zone are you in this starting now? Where we are right now, it is February 2nd, 2022. What zone are you in? Are you in the comfort zone? Are you in the fear zone right now? Are you in the learning zone? Or are you in the growth zone? Where are you this year thus far? Be honest. You have to identify what zone you're in and understand where you're going to go next. Okay. Some people are in between both of them, and that's fine. Okay. I remember when I was stuck between the fear zone and the learning zone. I remember when I was there, I was fearful, but I was learning. I was there. Okay. But you know, when you really start to grow is when you're getting to zone 4 and zone 5. That's when you really have the breakthroughs. So look, majority of people are between 2 and 4. So majority of people here are in zones 1 through 3, to be real. You still haven't had that breakthrough. You still remember, listen to what the growth zone is. Listen to it one more time. The growth zone says you're growing now, you've hit your breakthrough, you've had quantum leaps, you found your purpose, you have a clear vision, everything makes sense to you now, you're ready for anything and everything, nothing phases you anymore, you can handle absolutely any obstacle, you're growing each and every single day, you get what you want, and life is magical. If that's not how your life sounds, you're not yet in the growth zone. You're not there yet. If you haven't hit your breakthrough yet, you haven't had your quantum leap yet, you haven't found your purpose yet, your vision isn't clear yet, everything yet doesn't make sense, you're still not in that growth zone yet. You're not in that growth zone, not just yet. You might be in the learning zone, but you're not in the growth zone yet. Trust me. It takes time to get to the growth zone. Okay, so understand that. Have a great day, Lena. Right, you got to understand that. That's so important. The growth zone is key. The growth zone is where you want to get to. And then the last and final zone, number 5, is called the infinite zone. The infinite zone. When you have reached the infinite zone, this is the zone where you see that comfort zone, that box, it has absolutely disappeared from your life. You can't even see. You've gone so far away from that zone that the box doesn't even exist anymore. This is where I'm at, the infinite zone. There's no such thing as a comfort zone for me. It doesn't even exist. It's literally eliminated from my life. Okay. There is no such thing as a comfort zone in my life anymore. Okay, the infinite zone, all right, is a zone where nothing can stop you from succeeding. You are abundant. You are infinite. You can do anything you put your mind to. You have zero fear, zero expectation. You can get up on stage and tell your story, no problem. You can speak in stages all around the world, no problem. You can wake up early, no problem. You're reading books every single month, no problem. You're writing in your journal, no problem. You're listening to audios more than you listen to music, no problem. The infinite zone, you're doing everything to the infinite amount of things, the infinite level. There's no limits in your mind at all. You know you can accomplish anything. That penthouse you want, you can get it. That house you want to get for your family, you can get it. That car you want to drive, you can get that car. Those places you want to travel to, you can get it. There's no limits at all to what you can accomplish. That is what the infinite zone is. Look, guys, I'm here right now, and I am telling you, family, I remember when I was in the fear zone. I remember being in the comfort zone. And the mindset that I was talking to, two of my sisters last night. We stayed up late, literally like 2 a.m., just having great conversations about just life. And I was just telling them, I'm like, bro, I'm so thankful for all of this. Like, you guys have no idea where we come from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally feel like Jasmine tells me all the time, she's like, bro, I believe in manifestation because I've seen you literally put something in your mind and manifest it weeks later. Because I live in that infinite zone. That house I want, I will get it. This penthouse I got, I manifested it. The ranks, everything. I live in an infinite zone. Nothing is impossible to me. I put myself in $1 million environment before I became a millionaire. It was all calculated, family. Trust me. It was all calculated. I did it all because I understand the laws. I said, great. I'm making six figures right now, but I'm going to push myself and I'm going to put myself in $1 million environment every day. I'm going to put myself in a place where I'm probably going to be one of the brokest people that lives there. But guess what? I'm going to be uncomfortable every day. I'm going to be uncomfortable. I'm going to put myself in that reality. Dude, I walk outside. I remember when I would walk outside in New York, it'll take me months until I saw a Rolls Royce. I walk outside now and there's Rolls Royces within the first 5 minutes. I see one every time. Rolls Royces, Bentleys, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, everything. Always high vibrations. Always high vibrations. Vibrations, vibrations, vibrations is all I know. I put myself in that environment, infinite environment. Seriously. I was doing this back when I was broke, though. That's the thing. That's what I want you guys. When I was broke, I had nothing. I was doing this. So you got to get yourself to the infinite zone. When you guys get to that infinite zone, that's when you'll have the best year of 2022. If you're not there yet, your year is not going to be as abundant just yet. You still got some work to do. You still have some work to do. If you're not yet in the infinite zone, if you're like in zone 2, the fear zone, zone 3, like, yeah, yo. But the thing with those zones, guys, is that you could stay stuck there for months. You know how long I stayed in the fear zone and in the learning zone? Months. Months. And next thing you know, the year had already passed. Look at how fast a month passed. We're already in February. February is the shortest month of the year. Then we go into March. That's it. The first 90 days of the year are basically gone. Honestly. Are we able to attend your convention in March? Yeah, of course. The infinite zone. This is when you're tapped in with your creator more than you've ever been. This is when God is answering all your prayers. You guys ever been there before? Type a one in the chat box if you ever been there before, where you pray for something and God just gives it to you. Bro, I'm telling you, that's where you want to be. That's where you want to be. Be in that infinite zone. The infinite zone is the key. So those are the 5 zones that lead to success. Number 1, you start at the comfort zone. Okay, the comfort zone is where everybody starts. All right. Number 2, you go into the growth zone. Sorry, the fear zone. All right. So from the comfort zone comes the fear zone. From the fear zone comes the learning zone. From the learning zone comes the growth zone. And from the growth zone comes the infinite zone. Those are the 5 zones that lead to success. What I would say to every single person here is to get to that growth zone and get to zone 4 and 5 as soon as possible. 5 takes time. 5 takes time. You have to spend a lot of time in the growth zone before you get to the infinite zone. Everybody here should be striving to get to that 4 and 5. Now you know what every zone is. Go and get it. How do you get to zone 4 and 5? Honestly, all of it is just based off of getting uncomfortable. All of it. Getting uncomfortable and having no fear. And being a student of the game. Nonstop. That's really what you have to do. Get uncomfortable, have no fear, and do everything that you can to be the best student that you can be. All right, guys. So if you guys got value from today's call, like this video, family. If you guys got value from today's call, I wanted to teach you guys those zones because I think it's important that you guys understand it. Okay. This is something that I had to understand, and it changed my life the moment I did. All right. It's been a life-changing opportunity for me to know, what zone I was in. And, right now I live in the zone 4 and 5. I'm back and forth with those zones. I'm no longer, I can't even go back to those other zones. Obviously, you're always in the learning zone, but I'm always in the growth zone as well, right? I spend majority of my time to the growth zone and the infinite zone. Those are the only 2 zones that can really get you to success. How do you approach the 3 feet rule? Well, for me, it's easy because, um, I just use the fact that everybody has a phone. Hey, you have a phone? You have a phone with you? Yes? Great. Well, look, I actually teach people how to make money from their phones. Really? Yes. I actually run a whole entire business. I'm really successful at it. Let's exchange information. I'm actually in a little bit of a rush right now, but give me your Instagram and I can send you some information later. That's it. 10-second, 15-second. Just get their information. Give it to them. Take it away from them. Christy's here. Let's go. Tia Bolden is here. I love your shoes. Yes. Love your shoes. Wow. Beautiful shoes. Yeah, thank you. You have a phone? Yes. Amazing. Do you know how to make money from it? No? Well, look, perfect. I actually run a business teaching people how to make money from their phones. I'd love to show you a little more. Let's exchange information. I could send you some information later. That's it. You do that. You do that. Go. You know what I want to do? Go to your main avenue in your city and stand there and just compliment people. Just compliment people and ask them if they have phones and let them know that you can teach them how to make money from it. It's that simple. All right. Look at Christy. Christy's $1 million club, but she's here learning from me. Says a lot about her. Right? She's in that learning zone. She's in that growth zone every single day. She understands this stuff. She's in that infinite zone every single day. There's no limits to what she can accomplish. You want to get there. A lot of people don't understand this stuff. This is a great training for you guys to teach as well, so people can understand where they are. Type in the chat box if everything make a little bit more sense right now. Right? Do you understand where you are in terms of the zones that you're at? Does this make things a little bit easier to understand? Right? Simple but effective, right? It makes everything a lot more easier to understand, man. All right, yo, so I'm in this zone. Now you know what zone you have to get to. Okay, everything I'm ever going to teach you guys is things that you guys can apply right away and make you guys aware. My goal is to make everybody aware of where they are, mindset wise. Well, you know what, Nano, you're right, bro. I'm in that fear zone and nothing is going to happen for me here. So the next zone after the fear zone is the learning zone. So I need to become a learner. I need to learn a lot. I need to get out of here. And then after the learning zone goes the growth zone. And then the infinite zone. I want to be in the infinite zone with you, Nano. I want to be in the infinite zone with Tia Bolden. I want to be in the infinite zone with Christy Stone. I want to be in the infinite zone with you guys. So with that being said, guys, that wraps up today's call. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. I appreciate you guys, from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to give us a quick prayer and then we're going to wrap it up. All right. Quick prayer. Everybody bow your heads and let's pray. Father God, thank you so much for blessing us with another beautiful day filled with your abundance. Today is February 2nd, 2022, and we are so thankful for the alignment of this day. We are thankful that we learned the different zones of success that we need in order for us to get to where we want to go to. And obviously, every single person that's on this call, our ultimate goal is to get to the infinite zone, because we know that you operate from that infinite zone where nothing is impossible, where there is no limits. Everything that we want, we can accomplish that because we are your highest form of creation, God, and we understand that. But as long as we're in that comfort zone and those fear zones, we can't accomplish our true purpose on this earth, God. So what we ask is that anyone that is in that comfort zone, anyone that is in that fear zone, God, that needs guidance, that needs the wisdom that they need to get out of that, I pray that you put your hand over those individuals and you get them out of those zones, put them into the learning zone, put them into the growth zone, show them that this is where it is that they need to be in order for them to get to where they want to go to. Because in order for us to be the change that we want to see in the world, it starts with us. It starts with us getting into that learning zone and into that growth zone. But until then, we have nothing to accomplish, because if we're living in fear and if we're uncomfortable, nothing is going to happen for us. So all that we ask, God, is that you give everybody that's on this call the strength and the energy and the determination that they need in order for them to get out of those zones and get into the infinite zone. This is going to be the year that we all step into that infinite zone, and we're going to accomplish every single thing that we put our mind to. We're going to build a closer relationship with you, Father, and we're going to make sure that everybody around us wins as well, God. So continue to guide us, continue to show us the way. We are extremely thankful for everything that you've given us up until this very moment right now, and we are extremely thankful for everything that you have coming for us as well, God. So we thank you, we love you, and we appreciate you. In your name we pray. Amen. 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 All right. With that being said, guys, that wraps up today's call. If you really got value from today's call, please like this video, show love on the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do subscribe so you guys can be updated. I just spent 2 weeks with my creative director, so we have a lot of fire content that's coming. As you guys can see, my pictures are looking a lot more higher quality. Like, when I tell you guys that there is a lot of fire value coming, believe me when I tell you guys that there's a lot of value coming, guys. Don't miss it. Okay. I appreciate all of you so much. Get out of those zones, step into the infinite zone, because that's what's going to help you guys really win on a whole different level. All right, guys. So thank you so much for hopping on. I hope you guys learned a lot, and make sure that you guys train on this, train your teams on this information, guys. Like, literally train your teams on this. Like, this is something that you could do on your next team training, on your next mindset training. You can do this. All right, fam. So with that being said, I love y'all all. I appreciate you guys all. And I'll see you guys all back here tomorrow for another episode of Mornings with Nano. God bless. Actually, I don't even know if I could do